Welcome to the fourth video on this series of videos on file management. We're going to look at some of the workings of Windows File Explorer and specifically the View tab. As you know, to start up Windows File Explorer, you may double-click on this PC or an account name, but I'll go with this PC. What it will then do is start up Windows File Explorer. In the previous tutorial, we said how it's broken up into several components. The horizontal bar across the top is the ribbon or ribbon bar. It has replaced the menu bar. Down the left-hand side is the navigation pane. In the center portion is the content pane that displays the content or detail about wherever the focus of the computer is. The ribbon bar shows several tabs on it. This is called a tabbed ribbon bar. Right now, computer is the active choice, or where the focus of the computer is. View is the next tab over. If I were to click on it, it becomes gray and blends in there to give you an idea as to which tab is currently open. If I go back to computer by clicking on it, you'll notice right now in the navigation pane, this PC is selected. So what the content pane is showing us is all of the storage locations that exist on this PC, including the hard disk drive, an optical disk drive. If I were to plug in a USB thumb drive or a USB hard drive, it would show up here as well. The computer tab is active right now because the focus of the computer is on this PC. It will change if I were to click on something else. For example, if I were to click on Documents, you'll notice the computer tab will change. The computer tab has changed to Home, and I can see there's a lot more options here, including New Folder and Deleting. The reason being is because the focus of the computer is now on the Documents folder and not on the entire PC and all of its storage locations. The tab View is very useful to us, and we will be using it for several of the activities that we are doing, as well as the Home tab. So what we want you to have a look at now is to appreciate a little bit more about how this interface works. If I were to choose this PC, it shows us all of our main storage locations. If I were to go down to Documents and click on Documents, the focus of the computer would then go to Documents, and the content pane is displaying to us all of the folders and files that are stored inside the Documents folder. At the top here we have a path bar that shows us we are also in Documents. If we were to click on Downloads, the path bar changes to Downloads. The focus, the blue highlight, is on Downloads, and we are looking at the content of the Downloads folder. Same thing for Music, same thing for Pictures. If I go back to Documents, you will notice that within Documents there are several folders that exist inside it, as well as individual files. File Explorer always displays the folders first and then files after that. You'll notice that next to Documents there is a little gray arrow that I'm circling here right now. If I were to click on that, the Documents folder will expand and it will echo the contents of the detail pane and show me that there is a folder called Intro Level 1, Intro Level 2, Camtasia Studio, some work files, etc. If I wish to enter into a folder, I would just double click on it. The path bar at the top has changed to tell me I'm in this PC, in a subfolder called Documents, and in a folder within that called Intro Level 1, and the content pane is revealing to me all the contents of the pane. So this is the equivalent of walking through our house, which was our main storage in the real world, and going into the different rooms and seeing exactly what exists in there. So if I were to go and click on this downward pointing arrow, that would collapse the Documents folder. The content pane shows us we're still here because we are inside the Intro Level 1 folder. I can backtrack by clicking on these, or also there is an arrow here that will allow us to go back one level, and an arrow here that will act us to go up one level as well too. So there are several ways that we can use to navigate through our storage device. While I'm looking inside the Intro Level 1, I wish to go to the View tab. So I click on the View tab here, and in the section called Layout, you can see right now that the highlight is on large icons. This dictates how we are viewing the contents of the documents folder inside the content or detail pane. If I were to hover over extra large, you can see the contents is being displayed as extra large icons. If I hover over medium, it shows medium. There are small icons. There is a list. There's something called details, tiles, content. They give you a whole bunch of different ways of looking at these things, but probably the most common is to use large icons or details. When I choose details, we see that we get columns. This is a name column. This is a date modified column. This is a type column, and each row across shows us the name of the folders. There are the folders listed first, the files after that, the date they were modified or created, what type of file they are, as well as the size of them. If I wish to sort these in different ways, by clicking on, this is what's called a column label. If I were to click on date modified, you would see that the sort order would change and everything that is in this content pane right now has been sorted by date. There's a little black arrow right here that shows that it is in descending order with the newest first and the oldest after that. And the files are listed that way. As soon as we hit the folder, we can see we start to have newer dates again that exist in here. By clicking on it a second time, it would sort in ascending order. If I wish them to be sorted alphabetically, I could click on name, and they are sorted alphabetically in ascending order. There's that little arrow pointing up. Windows 10 has a little sort by choice here in the view menu as well, that if you click on that, you can get those same options as to how they are sorted. And right now you can see it is sorted on name. I'll go back to clicking here to sort them by name. And go back to large icons as well. So this view allows you to have a look at how the files and folders are displayed to you. There is also a preview pane option. If I were to click on preview pane, you'll notice on the right hand side a preview pane has opened up here. It says no preview available. If I were to click on something, here is a text file called @Glencoe, I could then see the contents of it. Here is a rich text format file called Emerson. If I click on that, that would show up there. If I were to go to our pictures folder, so we can navigate by clicking on the folders that exist already in the navigation pane, click on pictures, there are all the pictures. Nothing is showing up in preview because nothing is selected. So if I click on one, then that photograph shows up there. Click on another one, the next photograph shows up